To the top half of the table. How impressive was that second half performance, Gary?
Yeah, it's what I expected actually at half-time. I thought that Mikel Arteta would get into them, and I thought that Newcastle may at the end of the game think that the first half was the chance to really do something in the game because Arsenal were well below it. But once they got that first goal, it was comfortable. A bit too easy for them at times, but they needed that, Arsenal. I mean, we'll talk about Newcastle later, but Arsenal really needed that. We said that they're up into sort of the top half of the table, but and they've got a tough run coming up.
What do you think was better about the second half performance?
More incisive, looked threatening. I think Aubameyang. I mean, we mentioned at half-time, we wanted a little bit more from him. He missed the two big chances, if you like, that came Arsenal's way in that first half. And we were watching the first half, and he just didn't quite seem right even when he was running the players. But you've got his shooting boots on for the second half. And when you've got a player of that quality, we talk about Arsenal not being at the level that you'd expect them, talking about just being in the top half of the table. But Aubameyang, since he's been in this country, has been one of the top strikers, I think, won the Golden Boot a couple of times as well. They need him firing. No matter how good a team you've got or how good a team performance you have, you need someone to finish. And he's that man for them. And he hasn't had a great season, really, in terms of finishing.
But there will be a lot of noise about Newcastle because there was a lot of talk from Steve Bruce after the Sheffield United game and going and building up to this one tonight. 8 changes in personnel, a different formation. He talked about it, doing it his way. So how would you reflect on what we saw from them?
I think, look, if you said to me before the game, I always thought Newcastle were going to get beat, irrespective of 8 changes, who they played last, what kind of run they're in. I'd expect Newcastle to get beat at Arsenal most seasons. Being honest with you, they've not sort of raised my expectations to a level where I expect them to go away and win there. He shouldn't be judged on just tonight. I think Newcastle are the 15th in the league. It's where I probably expected them to be. Newcastle fans won't enjoy me saying that, but that's, you know, the start of last season, they expected to go down, they didn't do. This season, where were they expecting to be? Probably between 11th and 15th, 16th, and that's where they are. It's just disappointing. It's embedded failure. Misery seems to be embedded there over a long period of time, and it's unlikely to change irrespective of the manager that's brought in.
He wanted to see a reaction. Did he get it?
Listen, they're a poor team. They've got poor players. He went into this game and was on the front foot as such, and we can probably highlight that in the goals when we analysed them, because Newcastle actually almost get done on the counter-attack. I think the chance Gary analysed in the first half was with them getting in behind, I think one of the midfield players, because they were going forward, they were putting players in the box, didn't have much possession. And there's ways to lose, if you like. That's a better way to lose than what I saw against Sheffield United. They looked a little bit more aggressive to get out to the ball, they played a little bit higher. But when you've got a team, as we highlighted before the show, the poor defensively and the poor going forward, as a manager, the biggest thing for any manager, whether you're at the top of the league or the bottom, is balance between both. And when you're Steve Bruce and you look at that and you sit back, as he has been, but they're still poor defensively. So, and it's really tough to go forward. Now, tonight, it's been more offensive, but they still never look like scoring. So even when they defend deep, they don't look like stopping the opposition. So it's tough for him, but at this moment, when you actually look at them, I'd prefer them to play like that and lose like that than what I saw against Sheffield United, because at times they were getting bodies in the box. But as I said, it's just such poor quality all over the pitch, really. And I don't think it's something that's going to be addressed in January in terms of, you know, bringing players in. We shouldn't forget, you know, in the summer, there was a couple of 2 or 3 signs, I think, almost excited. I say almost, but excited Newcastle fans in Wilson coming in. Certainly he's a decent Premier League striker, but as I said, at this moment they've just got the heads above water, but that could change very quickly.
They need new ownership, don't they? It's just obvious. The owner is willing to sell, tried to put one through, it wouldn't go through, and that's the only real thing that I think is going to really dramatically change that club. And I say it needs to happen as quickly as possible.
Let's bring you some reaction from the Emirates Stadium. Very pleased to say, for the first time on Monday Night Football, we can speak to a young man who is a real star this evening. Emil Smith-Rowe is waiting to speak to us. Congratulations, Emil, on a terrific individual and team performance as well. How much did you all enjoy that second half particularly?
Yeah, we all enjoyed it so much, I think we're all coming together as a team, so, we're really happy with the win today, and yeah, can't be happy with the 3 points.
What's going well, do you think, for the team in recent weeks?
I feel like, we're all coming together as a group. You know, we've had some meetings off the pitch, and you know, I feel like we're so much stronger now as a team, and you know, everyone's getting fit, and we're all getting together on the training pitch, and yeah, I think just the whole group is so much stronger, and I think it's showing on the pitch.
And how much are you enjoying your football, Emile? Because you look a total natural out there, but you've had to wait quite a long time, I suppose, at Arsenal for your opportunity.
Yeah, definitely. You know, I think I've been a bit unfortunate with injuries and stuff, but you know, the manager's giving me a chance, and you know, I'm so grateful, and I just hope to repay him. And every opportunity I'm getting, I just want to show him that I'm good enough to be in this team. You know.
Emile, I really enjoyed your performance tonight. How important do you think your actual loan spells? You know, you've been abroad, you've obviously been to Huddersfield as well. How big do you think that's been in your development?
I think that's been massive, you know. Obviously, like you said, I've been abroad and I've been in the Championship, and I feel like it's developed me so much on and off the pitch. I feel like I've grown and matured into a stronger and more confident person. So yeah, I feel like they've definitely helped me in my journey.
At the moment, Arsenal have got yourself, Saka's involved, Martinelli came on for you. I think Joe Willock was on the bench also. How good is it that you've got this group of young players at this moment all flourishing together?
Yeah, I think it's great. You know, we've all played together from a young age. Obviously, Gabriel Martinelli came from abroad and stuff, but you know, to be on the pitch together with all the young boys, you know, it's a dream for us. And you know, from a young age, we've already had that link up. So I think when we get onto the pitch with each other, I think it really shows how good we play with each other.
Emile, how was it your first?
Glenn Johnson has suggested that Liverpool may find it hard to sign new defenders this month as the club looks to alleviate its current injury crisis at the back. The Reds are set to be without regular starters Virgil van Dijk and Joe Gomez until the end of the season, after both players suffered long-term knee injuries earlier on in the campaign. Jurgen Klopp has been forced to fill round holes with square pegs in the absence of the pair, with Jordan Henderson and Fabinho emerging as the first-choice centre-back partnership in recent months. Both players have impressed since taking up the role, earning their latest clean sheet against league leaders Manchester United at Anfield on Sunday. Johnson, who played 200 times for the Reds during a 6-year spell with the club, believes that Klopp needs to add reinforcements this month, but has claimed that this may be difficult amid the current circumstances at the club. The former defender told Sky Sports that Liverpool could struggle to land a quality defender as the new recruit would likely be pushed down the pecking order once Van Dijk and Gomez are past fit. "It's a tough one," said Johnson. "Obviously Hendo and Fabinho are fantastic players, and they've proved that they can do a job there at centre-half. The problem is with Liverpool, if they try to sign someone, whoever comes through the door is going to know they are going to be third, fourth, or maybe even fifth choice in 8 months' time. So I don't know what player on the top of his game is going to want to do that." Johnson continued, suggesting that Liverpool could benefit from utilizing the loan market to provide some much-needed cover in central defense. "Possibly a loan, maybe somebody knowing that they're only going to come in until the end of the season," he added.